Hey, what's happening everyone? My name is Speedstreak and welcome to Speedstreak Discussions, where we discuss topics relating to video games, movies, TV shows, comic books, or anything geek related. Now, we're going to take a break with TV shows and we're now going to focus on movies. And as you may have seen from the title, we're going to take a look at one of DC's newest movies, Shazam! Now, for those of you who haven't heard or don't know who Shazam is, he is one of, I believe one of the most powerful DC characters. Well, he has the power of the gods, and is of course part of the Justice League. And who he is that he's actually a little kid who is granted these powers, and every time he says Shazam, he becomes a super strong hero man. And to be honest, that is quite an interesting concept. From DC's movies, well, from their records, they are okay here or another, but sometimes they're trying to put too much into it, and they didn't do so well. But now this time they're actually thinking that we should take a little at a time and focus on an individual superhero. So, what can we see from Shazam? Well, let's dive into it and see what we can find out. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Shazam was originally called Captain Marvel, but they changed his name so that way they weren't confused with Marvel's Captain Marvel, or Miss Marvel as we sometimes call her. Anyways, let's move on with the trailer. Alright then, here it is, the first teaser trailer for Shazam, and I believe I heard somewhere that DC rebranded the DCEU to the World of DC, and I have to admit, that is actually pretty interesting. Okay, alright then. Here we go.
You've run from foster homes in 6 counties.
Huh?
I can take care of myself.
Oh yeah, is his name? I think his name is Billy.
You're 18. Huh? Give these people a chance, because that's what they're giving you.
This is Billy Batson. Make sure you make him feel at home.
They seem nice, but don't buy it. It gets real Game of Thrones around here. Dude, just messing around. You look at me and you're like, why so dark? You're a disabled foster kid. You've got it all.
Why so dark, of course.
If you could have one superpower, what would you pick?
Oh, it's Batman.
Everybody chooses flight.
Okay,
so
they can fly away from this conversation?
No, because heroes fly.
What the?
What, you need your fake family to stand up for you? Hey!
Oh, nice one.
Man, sorry about that. Go, go, go! Grab it! Get out the way!
Suckers. What the?
Billy Batson, I choose you as champion.
Hello?
Say my name so my powers may flow through you.
But I don't know your name, sir.
Shazam.
Wait, for real? Say, okay! Shazam?
Wait, what? Oh.
This means Billy!
What is happening?
You're the only person I know that knows anything about this Cape Crusader stuff.
Can I?
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy, right?
What are your superpowers?
Superpowers, dude? I don't even know how to pee in this thing.
AM to the PM, PM to the AM.
You have super strength.
You just got
Can you fly?
If I quit your PM, I still rock with Sage's home. If I quit this season, I still be the greatest.
Ooh.
You okay?
Looks like you need some
Why are you
work.
talking?
Be on move. Sit down.
You know, I don't think that's gonna buff out.
Your phone's charged. Your phone's charged.
Oops.
You're like a bad guy, right?
Gentlemen!
You have bullet immunity.
I'm bulletproof.
You're dead.
Sorry about your window,
Have a
but
good night.
you're welcome for not getting robbed. Oh, hey, what's up? I'm a superhero.
Okay then. That was actually very interesting. I think it's almost like on how a boy is like, well, I mean, this, I know, I don't know that much about Shazam, but to be honest, this is actually pretty cool. I mean, this is like on how a child would act in a man's superhero body like that. I mean, he'll be like, oh, this is super cool, I've got superpowers and such. And to be honest, I'm quite interested to see on how they'll, I think what DC is going to do is that they're making it more lighthearted. I mean, their past films are a bit darker and more edgy, but I think they're starting to become a bit lighter. I think that's a pretty good move on their part. Okay, to admit, that actually looks quite impressive. I mean, as I said before, I don't know that much about Shazam, but from what I see, it looks quite impressive and promising. So, let's break it down to see what we can find out. At the beginning of the trailer, we see the foster care head talking to Billy that he has run away from many other foster families, but Billy states that he can take care of himself. But the foster head tells him to give his new family a chance. After Billy moves into his new foster home, he's greeted by his new foster brother, and if you look at his shirt very carefully, it almost resembles Aquaman's symbol. And from the back you can see a Superman action figure. And he warns Billy that the family does seem nice, but sometimes it gets all Game of Thrones. But fortunately it was a joke. As we see in a couple scenes, there are also a bit of Easter eggs relating to the Justice League and earlier movies, including Batman, as well as Man of Steel. When we see them at school, he asks Billy, what will be one superpower that you'll have? When he says to get out of this conversation, his friend corrects him by saying, because heroes can fly. But when Billy notices his friend being beaten up by bullies, he stands up for him and fights the bullies back. But unfortunately, the bullies chase Billy, even down to a subway station. Fortunately, he escaped. But just as he was relaxing, a voice called out to him, as he sees strange letters as well as the subway being teleported to a strange place. As he exits the subway, he notices that he is underground. He meets a strange old man who tells him that he chose him to become a hero, and states that if he says his name, he'll transport his powers to him. As he tells his name, Shazam. Billy at first thought it was funny, but the old man insisted him saying his name. And when he came to, he realized that he has become a superhero. When he got home, he told his foster brother about it. The reason why he went to his foster brother is because he's the only one who knows on how the Caped Crusader heroics work. But realizing that he doesn't know what his superpowers are, they decided to test them out. And thus they began their training, starting with super strength. Next test they've done is flight, but it looks like he needs to work on that. For this part, it looks as if he wrecked the bully's car. In another scene, it looks as if he's using his electrical powers to charge people's phones. We soon see him face his first bad guy. After we see him shout Shazam, the final part of the trailer shows him facing against a group of burglars. And this was when he discovered that he is bulletproof. After tying up the burglars and throwing them out, he apologizes to the employee for the window. From what I've seen for this trailer, this actually looks quite impressive. As I stated earlier, it looks as if DC is going to a lighter tone for their movies. And to be honest, it looks pretty impressive. What's really interesting is that we do see a bit of Easter eggs here or there relating to the previous DC movies. This is actually starting to show that DC is learning from their mistakes and are finally taking a little bit of their DC universe one superhero at a time. Anyways, I can't wait to see what Shazam has in store for us next year. So that's my reaction and thoughts for Shazam teaser trailer. I mean, what do you guys think? Are you guys interested in seeing Shazam? What are your thoughts about it? And do you think this might be a good route for DC's movies? Well, let me know in the comment section down below. So that's all the time I have today for this video, but don't go anywhere, we still have plenty of news, topics, and updates to discuss soon. So stay tuned for more. So, thank you everyone so much for watching, and if you like this video, don't forget to super smash that like button, and leave a comment down below to see what you think about this video, and don't forget to share with a friend if you want to, and be sure to subscribe and click that little notification bell to keep updated for the latest content. So once again, thank you everyone so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Speedstreak out.